Hey guys, we are here at 2026 Intergroom here in Secaucus, New Jersey, and we have the liberty of talking to James Spinale over at the PetEdge booth. James, thank you so much for doing an interview with us. So, James, right off the bat, how did you get involved with PetEdge, and how long have you been with the company?
Yeah, so I've been with PetEdge for about 5 years. I got into the pet industry. My mom owns a dog grooming business, and she was always placing orders from PetEdge, and I eventually just, looked into joining the team, found out they were local to my area, and, had the pleasure of joining the PetEdge team. Being in this industry has been nothing but amazing, and, growing up around the dog grooming industry and seeing my mom be such a hard worker and, knowing what every one of these people does on a day-to-day basis, it's really an incredible thing to see how, the community can come together, and, it's really an awesome thing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I've been doing this for so long, James. I remember competing back in the day, back in '89, and I'm pretty sure it was New England Serum at the time, right? It was, we're going way back now, right? Since that time, you've seen the industry grow yourself because you said your mom was a groomer.
Oh yeah.
Where do you see a company like PetEdge going, and how did you see them come up, maybe within the past 15 years?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I first started here, I had a little bit of background in grooming and bathing, and I got to see new products and how they evolve and how things have changed and how things have gotten so much easier and more transparent for the groomer. They come to a show, we sell products that make their lives easier, which improve their hand health. Lots of different things I've seen evolve over the times, whether it's the quality of products, and it's really an incredible thing to see. I've never seen creative grooming until I went to a grooming show, and let me tell you, that is some of the most craziest talent I've ever seen in my whole life.
It's the best of the best. And the one thing, or the many things that we like about PetEdge, because I've been ordering from PetEdge since my whole grooming career, and I've been grooming for 41 years. And the one thing that I love about PetEdge, and maybe you can fill us in a little bit more, is that there's something for everybody. You have products that are geared towards the new groomer, the novice, the busy shop owner, right up into, like we just said, the competitive.
Yep.
So what products would you recommend, for the groomer who's just starting out?
Yeah.
What would you suggest, a pair of shears, price-wise?
Yeah. So I can definitely tell you, just kind of circling back on what you said originally, a big thing about PetEdge, what we want for our customer, we want to be a one-stop shop. We want to have everything you need, whether you're a dog groomer or you're a pet retailer. Collars, leads, harnesses, tubs, tables, dryers, we got it all covered for you. I think that, with PetEdge being that one-stop shop, it kind of gives everyone the opportunity to say, oh, well, we want to grow a relationship with this distributor. We want to work with them. We want to see their products. Kind of touching on that, we have our Master Grooming Tools line. Master Grooming Tools, they're manufactured. We sell them at a low price point to give you the everyday edge, the pet edge, as you could say. We want to sell high quality products at a low price point for people to be able to get our products into their hands and learn to groom. Whether you're a beginner or whether you're advanced, we have something for everybody. And it's such a large product line, kind of circling back to the question you asked earlier, how I've seen PetEdge grow. I've seen our catalog grow substantially. We've brought in hundreds and hundreds of new products over the years, and it's really an incredible thing to see how much preference there is in this industry. Some people absolutely love certain things, and some people absolutely hate certain things. With that being said, I feel like at PetEdge we have something for everybody, whether you're just starting out or whether you're a professional pet groomer. Circling back to shears, it's all preference. There are people who they purchase our lower end shear line, our Master Grooming Tools, even for example 5200 series shears. Those are at a lower price point, but they could be used by professionals. Whether you're just starting out or whether you've been doing it for 25, 30 years, we try to basically accommodate everybody in a sense.
Yeah, and to back that, we try our best, and that's the purpose of our channel, our YouTube channel, our podcast, is to try to get people to buy more of a professional quality tool, because all too often, people will go out and they'll go to a superstore, a big store, and they'll get something really, really low quality, and it's really not any cheaper, especially because it doesn't really work anyway. So even like you were saying, even your lower end shears that might be, maybe even $60, $70 are going to work 100 times better than something you buy at a superstore for $35.
Absolutely.
And with less risk of hurting the dog and all of that. Tell us a little bit. I know when I came in this morning, you were like super tired. Tell us a little bit about like your journey today. This was the first day here. So like tell us, what happened, how it unfolded for you today.
Absolutely. So, we get here and it's just a totally empty trade show floor. We're dealing with our drapage and we're making sure that we have our booth space prepared. Unloading the truck, there's always challenges. Our lift gate decided to go down but not go back up. So we had to take a look into that. We eventually got it to work, but it's definitely a very demanding thing. It takes a lot out of you when you're putting your everything into making sure you're getting people what they need. I can tell you, like even today, there's probably 100 different examples I could mention that it really is people coming here and saying, hey, do you have this? And me being like, yeah, absolutely, we have it right here, and we have what they need and at a good price point. That's
why we recommend that you guys come to the show, visit the PetEdge booth so you can see what James is talking about. There's just so much stuff here, and actually too much to cover even in 3 days, right?
Yes.
So get the catalog, make sure you look through and see, like what James said, what tool might be right for you, what shears are good for you, what brush might feel good in your hand. Like, speaking of a great brush, Master Grooming Tools, Anthony and I were just talking about this recently, outdid themselves with the handles. The handles are incredibly comfortable.
Yes.
Big grip handles, less fatigue on your hand.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Master Grooming Tools has really stepped up their game. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So over the years, Master Grooming Tools has definitely evolved. As mentioned earlier, I can tell you, I've seen our combs and our brushes and basically our entire product catalog absolutely just grow and grow and grow. And when I see, the quality of our brushes at the price point they're at, it's incredible. It really all comes down to preference, but I will tell you that I would prefer spending a decent amount of money on a good quality product than spend a ton of money on something that's probably over-marketed or pushed. Yeah. I think that it all definitely has a direct correspondence with, over the years, the manufacturing behind it. Obviously, we manufacture the Master Grooming Tools line, and then tweaking little things to ensure that the best quality, to ensure that the most comfort, whether it's while you're holding the brush or you're holding the comb. Yeah. A lot of that comes from our product development team as well. They do a lot of research and a lot of testing just to ensure that these products, they're not just average products. They are above average. They are a good quality for the price.
Yeah. You're dealing with a good professional company, again, that's been around for a very, very long time. So it's a very trustworthy company. They're not going to sell you something that's inept and just doesn't work properly. But one of my favorite tools is, I love the Master Grooming Tools small dog animal clipper with the blue handle. I have little hands. I'm a little guy. I'm not big like James here, but it works perfectly for me. You could use it on medium-sized dogs and even large dogs because the opening is wide enough to get a dog's nail in there. Absolutely. And again, it fits perfectly in your hand. I've had it forever. And again, Master Grooming Tools is something that I recommend personally as a professional dog groomer that you guys check out, and you can check it out at PetEdge.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to take a look at our website, www.petedge.com, for all your grooming needs. Really, we always have promos and specials going on. Feel free to take a look.
James, thank you so much, man.
Of course.
That was a great interview.
No problem.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.